blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry, one artist at a time.
Perfect.
Good evening, everybody. Hey, it's Thursday night, 9
9?
Whoa.
9.
Wait a minute.
9 p.m. Eastern time, that is. Welcome to the Power Ups International, your favorite band of misfits. It's myself, Dizzy, EBTCH and GOOB, Freak at Night, and my man DRay, the producer. Family, how you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
We're here.
Pretty good.
Cool.
I'm ecstatic. You want to know why? You want to know why I'm ecstatic, V?
Because you finally got rid of your Mac and bought a PC so you can game with everyone else.
You know that almost warranted a mama joke, Dizzy, but I wasn't gonna do it. I'm ecstatic because we have a new sponsor for tonight's show, courtesy of my new Colorado friend.
Uh-oh.
And the tagline is, when Europeans need a colonizer wake-up call, get me.
All right.
Did you see the gift?
Or welcome. I didn't see the gift. Is and it still didn't actually load. Like it kept doing a little circle. So I didn't ever see it.
I tell you, boy, them some sneaky Europeans, man.
Wait, hold on. I feel like
Ain't no
I
hold on
was just
in it,
towing
freak.
the line,
It
okay?
ain't- no,
Line was
you
towed.
was not towing.
But this guy,
You put your toe in the line. That's what you said.
this guy.
The freak said, I need DRay to tell me where the line is at. Well, my colonizer friend, that was the line.
I'm telling you, like,
Right.
I actually worked today, right? Like, so I wasn't in the chat almost at all, and I wasn't in the Discord almost at all. And I read that conversation afterwards, and I'm like, this is what happens when I leave them unsupervised.
Hey, and Dizzy, and I'm driving today, minding my own business, and the first message I see is, "You're welcome."
Yeah,
I'm like,
Ken put in there that she
I'm
was
like-
going to be sending it to you, and I'm like, all right, here it goes.
and I'm like, "You're welcome for what?" So then the rest of it came, and I'm like, "Look at these no good bastards." But okay, all right. How do we turn this into a positive? Anyway.
I told you I was sending blackmail.
All right. Well, it ain't blackmail if I told you about it.
Blackmail,
I said specifically, I said
Hey, why couldn't it have been white mail?
They
DRay has
started
entered the
that
chat.
shit, and I said I was sending blackmail. I goddamn did.
Hey, freak, real talk. I need a sample of you saying DRay enters the chat. I'm going to use that. I don't know where, but I'm going to use it.
Anytime. I feel like we should get in a recording booth one day.
We got him. Well, no Diddy, but we got him.
Maybe a little bit, Diddy. No?
Oh, jeez.
Hell,
Really?
No.
This podcast.
That is
Video games.
wild. Of derailment, it's been destroyed off the track.
Hey, and no
Talking
judgment.
of the track.
No judgment, but
5 minutes. We
yeah,
got this.
Did you just
no
look at
judgment, but not the
that?
not the
Right
kid.
there.
I can see that part.
That's hilarious.
You have glasses somewhere.
All right. Well, on other news, I'm sure EBTCH and GOOB know this. Elden Ring's Night Ring is happening tomorrow, or this, I guess midnight.
Probably
I-
midnight.
Probably midnight.
Yeah.
Working class folk. That's tomorrow.
Is that a DLC or is it an actual?
It's a
Like-
standalone.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Elden Rings. Okay, I see you.
There will be
Can I ask y'all something? If a person has never played Elden Ring before, is this where they start, or do they just skip
No.
this one and then go to the beginning?
You do just do Elden Ring.
I'm not
I'm guessing
qualified
Elden Ring,
to
that's
answer
not
that
getting it.
because I don't play correctly.
I'm not qualified. That's hilarious.
I'm glad you're aware of that. That admitting you have a problem is the first step.
No
I
doubt.
think- The last Elden Ring expansion that came out, Goob, didn't I buy it for you? And then Kent got mad at me for buying it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know the woman buying them and stuff.
Dizzy.
That wasn't it.
Then you have to want to buy it for me.
She
And then
does.
it sets up a whole chain reaction of things that need to be bought, Dizzy. This
That's
is
why.
how.
He didn't. It was not a jealousy thing. It was like I created work for her.
Yes, she did. Because this is how the brainwash starts. It starts a whole chain reaction of shit we have to buy because Disney said to do the thing.
Oh boy.
Well, he had been looking forward to it for so long, and like, he was just like, I have to wait for some paychecks, and I'm like, I'm just gonna toss him a bone, like.
Yeah, literally all I had to do was wait like a week.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I heard.
That's
for you.
hilarious.
I have questions.
Uh-huh.
Right.
How long did it take for her to actually buy you something?
Well, we buy games for each other all the time.
Is that right?
You do.
Yes,
Oh.
we do.
Okay.
Sometimes games, sometimes DLC for games.
Okay, wait, hold that thought just a second. Hey, V,
Sir.
when's the last time they bought you something?
That's a good question.
I see a pattern here, and I think we need to call DRay.
Whoop, whoop. Popo DRay.
All right.
Nah,
Okay,
then you
to
just
be
went too
fair-
far.
Detective DRay, I feel like he needs a promotion.
DRay 12.
I mean,
DRay.
Sounds a
I
bit
mean-
festive.
I do recall. Listen, hold up. I do recall gifting both of you keys for Ultimate Chicken Horse. I sent you guys the actual keys to download and install Ultimate Chicken Horse.
On what?
The game is the devil.
Love watching y'all play that
What,
stupid ass
what,
game.
what, what
Amazing.
platform was it on, Dizzy?
I don't. It would have been a Steam. It would have been a Steam code.
So it wouldn't have been Mac, huh?
I feel like that's a you problem.
Oh, geez.
That's right, too, Dizzy.
Wow.
So, to be
That's
fair,
right, too. Where's my
we
iPad
fully
at?
agreed that there was a specific game that we needed to buy DRay, and we had fully agreed to do it. And then, like, a week later, they told us we were moving in 3 weeks, and then that just completely left our mind.
Wait, we said we were gonna buy him a game.
There was, oh my god, there was a specific game that he was, like, super excited about, and I don't fucking remember which one it is.
Probably Harry Potter or something.
Oh my god, y'all. There is a game on the Xbox. It's on Game Pass, right?
It's right up your alley, bro.
Like she went, oh my god, and I went full like, have you seen the new Oblivion remaster? The faces on everyone where their eyes are just like completely coked out at all time on all characters. Like she went, oh my god, and I was just like, Oblivion.
Okay, there's a game on the Xbox on Game Pass called Police Simulator. And to appease the masses, the only people on the cover of the game are a black man and a woman.
It's a black cop. Don't say just black man with next in a police
It's a
simulator.
police simulator. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Simulator or simulator? Hold up.
Wait just a damn minute.
I got you, fam.
Oh my goodness.
What in the George Floyd are you talking about?
Police simulator. Oh boy.
Police simulator. Hey, that sounds like a Pornhub category.
Words are hard. Got it.
That's all, man.
She keeps stimulating police. That ain't the only thing that's hard.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, where do we
Here we
go from here?
And here we are.
We out here now, man. We out here.
I'm just gonna sit here and focus on my crochet and pretend none of this is happening.
Oh, she got Granny Simulator.
Hey, I'm trying to make a skull.
I crochet when I can't go to sleep.
Oh, God.
Being a cool grandma doesn't make you any less of a grandma, I'm afraid.
Okay. So
That's hilarious.
It's called Police Simulator. I want to get it just to have like just to record how ridiculous it is.
So this is what it's like.
You can.
Oh boy.
I'm too dumb for this.
Okay.
Shit, it's
So did
never
anyone
nice.
see the trailer for the new season 2 One Piece?
Thank you, Dizzy.
No,
Wait, what?
Wait,
I didn't know that was happening yet.
The live action, the sort of the teaser trailer has
Hell
come
yeah.
out for season 2
For what?
for One Piece.
Oh, yeah, why are we watching
Oh.
that? Gee,
It is the live action is so good.
It's
I
fantastic.
don't believe it.
Oh, it really is. I did like the last one, Cowboy Bebop, so maybe my opinion is not valued here,
Nope.
but
Cowboy Bebop sucked, and I was so
I knew that. So my dad, who doesn't watch any anime, right? He's like not on the anime spectrum whatsoever. Comes up to me, he's like, "Have you seen this new show One Piece on Netflix? It's a little
Mhm.
out there, but it's really good." I'm like, "That's based off an anime." He's like, "That explains a lot." It is so good.
I'm
I
gonna
think it's
check it
right
out.
out there. I was quite surprised.
I have not seen any One Piece because I was afraid of the many episodes that they have.
No, the live action is fine. There's only one season so far.
Mm-hmm.
Two's on the way.
So you can
Apparently
watch
they're doing an
the
abridged version, but
live action without seeing the anime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll check that out.
I remember
Oh,
watching
you
the
should.
anime. Juan says we've seen the live action, and I don't remember.
I remember a lot of things.
I feel like that was recent though.
It was back at the
So
Oh,
yeah, they're
like
supposed to be
that.
releasing a condensed version called The One Piece, so that might be a good way to get into the animated one. at
yeah,
some
that's
point.
probably how I'm gonna do that. I tried to get into the anime. It was
Mm-hmm.
just too much work.
Me and
So
the
did-
it, and then I was like, God dang.
Like
this is
it
fucking
wasn't
epic.
bad. It was just there was too much work.
It's a slog
Yeah.
at some point.
Mm.
But the live action, it's basically the start of the anime. Like it's right from the start, so you don't have to know anything about it. You can follow it. I just fucked up a stitch. But it's really good.
Talking about fucking up Stitch.
Speaking of that,
And tonight on Thug Crochet, MC Dizzy decides that she's had enough with them stitches. I'm about to fuck up a stitch.
I made this.
No.
I made this during D&D yesterday. It's face cloth.
It's a what?
It's a face cloth.
Why is it a space
What is a
cloth?
face cloth?
face.
Like a
Face.
washcloth.
Oh, I thought you
Face.
said space.
Oh, a washcloth.
Like when you get high, space cloth.
What?
No, that's what I'm carrying right
You
now.
can actually
Go
hold it
back
up
to
your
my
eyeball.
crochet and pretend I'm somewhere else.
Honestly, it went over all of our heads for like a solid 30 seconds. Like,
That's face cloth.
I thought you said space cloth. I was like, what's spacey about it?
You know what? So like the One
chloroform
Piece,
that's on it.
the One Piece got me thinking about shows that I'm waiting on, right? Because sometimes I forget about shows that I'm waiting on just because they're taking so fucking long to come out.
That's what she said.
We're supposed to be getting the last season of Stranger Things too this year, aren't we?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we are.
That's wild.
I'm a tad bit over it, but because it's taking so long, but yeah, we are.
I'm still
Over it anyway. It's always been good, but it's kind of.
Listen. The end of last
now.
season had me in fucking tears. Okay,
Oh, it was good.
I like how old boy went out with his air guitar.
Oh my god,
yeah.
they did him so dirty. But there's fan theories that he's gonna come back. They didn't recover his body or anything. He was left in the upside down.
Canadian
So
What
what did I say?
He's gonna come back, eh? Full A.
I've been every single day for years, and I've literally never heard you say that on accident before.
All the time.
Hey,
That shows you're not paying attention because I say it all the time.
All the time.
Ask freak.
Sometimes she even says "bay," yeah.
he said
Then say,
Woo, bae, hey.
But
No,
the fan theory is that because they never recovered his body, the last they saw, he wasn't dead yet, and Vecna's got all sorts of spooky shit going on in the upside down. So the fan theory is that he's gonna end up as one of Vecna's generals or something. For the final fight, or he's still alive, but he's gonna be all fucked up and mutated and on the other side now. It's one of the fan theories.
Very interesting.
I can't watch that show consistently enough to get into it because it goes from light to dark so often.
yeah, it's a lot of flashy stuff going.
You know what? Just have GOOB make you a compilation of Steve and Dustin, all their scenes,
Yeah,
and that's all you need to enjoy the show. Is the
the
friendship?
bromances in the show are so wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
Not wholesome.
He said wholesome.
He sure
Very
did.
wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just
On-
Steve's
on,
whole story arc from the beginning to the end.
Nancy
no.
can suck it though.
Oh boy.
Of course she can. What?
Yeah, I don't mean it the way you mean it.
I avoided that trap. I saw that line and I stepped way
Yeah.
over.
He said, "I see a booby trap. I shall go over here."
The first
Like
time I
I've got the Stranger Things DLC for the Dead by Daylight, and I get actually angry whenever I see another player rocking the Nancy skin.
Oh, was it so bad?
She's bad. I hate her. I'm like, if I can bring the killer to her, I will.
Why do you hate her?
I
What did she
just
ever do to you?
she's so whiny. Oh my god, you'd think that all the problems are about her. Everything revolves around fucking her.
You demonstrated it.
Well, yeah. What are you eating?
I made honey biscuits.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
They
So-
smell good. I can smell them from here.
so the company we love to hate, wrong company, but Ubisoft released the Battle for Brooklyn DLC this Tuesday.
Are you diving back in, Troy?
Oh, I've been playing a little bit. I didn't get to where the DLC part is because honestly, I couldn't find it. But
I reinstalled it because I think it would look really good on my new setup.
Fucking
the game, that's one thing about the Division. That game always looks amazing, and now that they're going back to New York, it's amazing. I love it.
They're doing a cash grab because they need some money to figure, bail themselves out.
Speaking of bailout, EA canceled the Black Panther game and closes down studio. Shoot, they even had to
sounds about right.
let go of some people.
Well,
First of
why?
all,
that's really not surprising. And I'm gonna
That's
tell
it.
you,
That's EA.
No one is shocked.
it's EA number one, and number two. after the last Black Panther, it's going to be such an unknown because you don't know who the next guy is going to be just yet.
Right.
And you don't know if it's actually going to resonate with everyone who galvanized behind the first Black Panther. And rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.
No doubt.
So I can see them doing that because that's a lot of money to invest on something that could potentially wind up like the Avengers game in 2020. $100 million for 1 week grand opening, 1 week grand closing.
Dang.
So yeah.
That's a valid point. Didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Wow. Now here's something that is really, really cool that I thought. There's two comics where the two powerhouse comic book writers, Marvel and DC, are actually releasing a comic book. If I'm correct, it's going to start Batman and Deadpool, which is in September, and then Deadpool and Batman will be in November.
What?
Is that correct? Yeah. And they were actually going to be two different stories. So it's a collaboration between both writers. So it's going to be interesting. I will actually buy those.
Yeah, I might read those. I'm not a comic book reader, but
yeah, I will buy those.
I actually have a DC Comics subscription on my iPad, so hopefully I won't have to pay.
I think it is
$100 for it, but yeah,
I think it will be released digitally as well.
Yeah.
So,
but that begs the question because somebody put a very annoying video in our group chat today. Who would win between Batman and Deadpool?
What
I already know
what
Batman
do you count as a win?
Subduing him.
I still say Batman.
And because the guy in the video kept saying
subduing is just stopping. You can just tie him up real good.
But Batman can die.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, but I
Deadpool
think
does.
Deadpool can.
Deadpool can't be like.
I can't
all he has to do
remember
is
if
like
Evan
chop off his
necessarily
arms
did.
and legs, and boom, Deadpool can't do shit.
But here's the thing:
Yeah,
the guy
What
in the
about-
video kept saying, random encounter, Batman would lose, or random this and random that. There are no random encounters with Batman. If there is a random encounter, you don't see Batman, you see Bruce Wayne. So I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do think that in just a straight up head-to-head battle, Batman really wouldn't have a chance. Not against somebody that can't die.
But so if it was to the death, if death was winning, I would say Deadpool. But if it's just straight up incapacitating, I think Batman would have it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
I
think
agree.
Batman could kill Deadpool.
Batman
was
will
gonna
kill
find a way,
anybody.
Batman.
It's just he don't.
Batman
No,
would
that's true.
find
He
a
wouldn't
way.
want to, but
Batman would find a way to turn his weaknesses against him. And
Deadpool fights
it would just
dirty though.
do
Like
something shiny
So does
and
Batman.
beautiful.
Like smart.
All right, so Deadpool, he's got what, swords and bullets, right? That's Deadpool's
Yeah.
thing.
And a regenerated. I can't even say it. Regenerative.
Yeah, but like it's like
killing.
weapons. Like, so what?
Skin, yeah.
So what he's fighting Batman with is swords and bullets.
Right.
Batman is all armored to the teeth. Who he already fights guys with pointy things and bullets. So like he's got all that armor. So all he has to do is incapacitate Deadpool. Deadpool, he hasn't got super strength or anything. So
Right.
he'd be just like incapacitating anyone
got
else.
He's also got all his bat gadgets and bat vehicles.
but isn't
Exactly.
Deadpool also armored?
No,
Like all
Deadpool
he
is-
needs is some of his fucking ninja sleep gas, and
Yeah,
boom,
that's
Deadpool's
right.
down. He's not immune.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's invincible to.
It just means he can't OD on this shit.
Yeah.
I guess.
I like your logic.
Batman will win.
Yeah. Flawless
So like I'm
victory.
not saying I like Batman better. Obviously, I like Deadpool better. He is Canadian. All right.
You
There it
know
is.
what? Now you went and fucked it up. Why you had to even say that?
No, look,
I'm
it's
so glad my kids aren't here.
no. Deadpool is Canadian. The character is Canadian.
Reasoning?
What?
How is that your reason for liking him better?
That and he's fucking funny.
I
All
like
right.
Batman is
Batman
funny.
is fucking depressing.
Batman is funny.
All right, Batman is just straight up depressing.
God damn,
Deadpool
right.
is
Let's not confuse his stoicness with depression.
I bet you would think Batman
His whole thing is that he was traumatized as a child when his parents were murdered in front of him, and now he lives in this super corrupt city where he literally, the weight of the world is on. He has no choice. He's the one that's got to deal with everything. And just as every time he makes like a friend or something, it turns out like that's a bad thing or it's used against him, and things go sideways.
At least
Like his entire life is depressing.
And I guarantee you this: when Canada is the 51st state, I bet you think Batman's funny then.
Oh,
Dude,
jeez.
Batman will be funny when Canada becomes the
You want-
51st
you
state
want
because
part- you
pigs
want
will
to be part
fly
of that
before
Golden
Batman is funny. All right.
Yeah, you got picture of Golden Dome.
Oh my God.
Do not get the Canadian
You guys
enraged.
can keep the mess that you have created and just
No.
leave us
Yes.
the fuck out of it.
No. Orange
First
Joker
of all-
got something for your ass.
First of all, we ain't create diddly.
But
he been thrown on us.
But like back to the thing, like Batman's entire shtick is dark and depressing, whereas Deadpool, he's literally called the Merc with a mouth because he's fucking funny.
He is
all
funny.
right?
Ryan
Like,
Reynolds was
which-
the perfect character for him. Jeez.
Right?
on
Like-
that we can
His
agree.
story is still pretty depressing, though. I would like to point that out.
Like
I wouldn't
Cool.
say it's all sunshine and
Yeah,
rainbows. He's
but-
constantly dying from cancer when like being regenerated at the same time.
yeah, but then
That's pretty
he turns,
depressing, too.
Then he turns around and he staples a wig to his head to keep it on.
mean,
Like
yeah.
he's funny.
So it's Batman's
Okay, I
depressive and
think so.
Deadpool's manic depressive. I think that's the real difference.
Well,
Yeah.
like, no, but like, okay, so
Fair.
Freak and I could relate to how it started with him being super fucking sick, and then his humor got really fucking dark. I mean,
Yeah.
it happened to a lot of sickly people that, you just use dark humor to deal with it. That's
I
why
don't think
think it's
anyone
just
in our
messed up
Discord
with
doesn't
us.
have dark humor.
yeah, and like,
No, no, every now and then.
I
How
have
many
light
Disney-
humor.
how
I
many
hear
times-
what you say. I knew what you meant by that
I am the Ned Flanders of the
shit.
go
I
to DRay.
knew what you
Yeah,
meant.
you are.
Line.
You're
Dark
a
humor,
Flanders.
Line.
Right humor, dark humor, right, Dizzy?
But okay, but how many times has
It's
he called
okay.
me an etch a sketch?
I have light humor.
What?
Because you shake. Because when she shakes, her memory wipes.
Oh, jeez.
I turned on my
That shit's not
I
funny,
did
but I'm
everything
laughing.
for a couple of years. How many
That's
times
wild.
have you called me an etch a sketch? Like,
That is wild. I've never heard that one.
deal with it. Like, I'm a real humor.
Actually, usually when I say it though, I'm talking to Goob and I'm saying something like she's not a fucking etch-a-sketch because we're talking about you being pissed off. He's like, whatever, I'll give her a seizure and she'll forget. I'm like, she's not a fucking etch-a-sketch.
Wow.
Damn.
Jeez.
Sure, I do have a
That's
hard
damn.
reset every time I turn into a Caesar salad. So like my whole memory just wipes. Like
That's-
it's not
that sucks.
wrong.
That's when
Is it-
Goob said, "Look what happens when I twist these things."
But on command.
You like in our Discord
What the
we
hell
have
did you just say?
What?
No,
It's like 50 first dates, but on command.
Frank, what the hell did you just say, man?
nothing.
He said nothing.
Lied or
nothing.
implied.
the point we derailed here. The point is I like Deadpool better than Batman because Deadpool is hilarious. He gets me to laugh, and Batman just makes me sad. Right?
Understood. Understood.
But in a fight, if the
Guys.
fight is
What
just
the hell is
if
happening?
the fight
Like,
is
Batman wins.
to subduing, like the first to knock out or the first to incapacitate their opponent, Batman will win.
God.
You know what?
I agree.
Just a
Every
win.
time today, you are welcome.
I've actually hurt my
Oh, jeez.
He would just
And
distract
I-
Deadpool with something sexy. Like Bruce Wayne could be Deadpool.
Dying.
He wouldn't even have to be Batman. He'd just have to bring some party ladies with him and show Deadpool a good time. He'll forget why he was trying
That
to kill
depends
himself.
on-
Or he'll
that
just
depends
run over him
on-
with his Lamborghini.
That depends on which Bruce
That-
Wayne it is.
Yeah, some Bruce Waynes are cool. Some
Are they all the
jerks,
same?
so-
Are they?
Are we talking movies? Are we talking comics? Are we talking cartoons? If it is the movies, which actor are you talking about? Because
Hey, look.
some of them bring the sexy and some of them do not.
Hey, Twilight Bruce Wayne might actually stab
this
you,
list.
so you just
You
never know.
mean the Sparkle Batman?
Sparkle Batman.
I need an explanation for Twilight Bruce Wayne.
It's Robin.
I want that fight just to hit all the clips from
Well, I
Deadpool.
haven't seen him
Most of the
play
Twilight. Yep.
all Prince.
I haven't
Come on,
seen
Sparkles, come
that
at
one
me.
yet because I may not be a huge Batman fan, but
It's
I
good.
at least respect him, and I don't
It's a
know
good-
if I
it's a
I
good
could
movie.
if Robert Pattinson is playing him.
Yeah, no, I
He did a
haven't
good
I
job.
like how
He did a great
It's like
They
it took me
grounded
for
the character
fucking
more.
ever
He
to
took
watch
more
the
hits,
Justice, the Superman versus Batman movie or whatever because I could not get behind Batfleck. Like it was just wrong.
yeah.
No, he was good. He was good.
Listen, my
Batman.
Batman
It
is
was
Michael
okay.
Keaton. All right, my Batman is Michael Keaton.
No, we all know you're Batman.
That's a good choice.
Oh, jeez.
I actually never watched the show.
That's been charging.
Adam
people.
West was the man, but he
But
was
I
just.
read the fan fiction.
Like
Yeah.
all of my
West was a
exposure
freak.
to Adam West is fucking. Is it Family Guy or American Dad that he's on? American Dad.
Yeah.
Ameri-
Family Guy, I think, right?
Family Guy.
He's
Did
kind of
he do
sprinkled all in
American Dad?
there.
I think he's been on both, actually.
Yeah, I think he's kind of sprinkled in those. But that's my entire exposure to Adam West is those.
So thanks for the great content. I'm gonna have awesome stuff to snip this weekend. You guys are awesome. So,
You had to say snip.
indeed.
You gonna
So
give it-
now that
gonna you gonna get this podcast the Bob Barker treatment. Okay.
since the DEE is still effective around here, we are going to do something a little different than compared to normal.
Okay.
This right here,
alright.
this is so dope. This guy, his name is Michael Soul. This song is called Tokyo Lullaby. I don't remember if I played it for you, but this is the acoustic version. Just check this out.
Ooh.
Send it with a scene of shattered dreams. Money on top of me, slash it with my heels. Devils on me dancing, sweating till surprise. But just want the fame, written a fucking crown. But you don't hold me tight, I'm sliding with my hips. Daddy loves the grind, climbing on my heels. Every penny mine, following my queen. The sun of the night will linger on the sheets. Tears me to forget that I was my dreams that I made up. Let me burn to dust. My lungs are melting in the smoking clouds. Who am I? Who am I? It's just not fucking love.
Boom. And that was Michael Soul with Tokyo Lullaby. That was
It's really
the
pretty.
acoustic version.
Beautiful. I'd like to hear the other one.
I have to admit, I wanted to joke, but I can't. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
it
a,
was-
I do want to know why there's so many mirrors though. Seems unnecessary.
What?
Right?
There was a lot of mirrors. I don't know why they had so many, and they had like a few
He's
really high up.
pretty.
You know,
You didn't think he's pretty?
so he needs an angle from all the way up there. Huh?
If I was that pretty, I would want mirrors all over the place.
Huh?
Yes, I need a mirror for just in case I end up on stilts today. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
I need a link to that video because I was busy sending DRay pictures and not actually looking at the screen.
I was.
So I didn't get to
Oh, you'd have
see it.
appreciated it.
Okay. But yeah, the other song or the other version is a little more up tempo, kind of more popish, but that one is just so chill, just so mellow. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, he is Skittles worthy, Kent.
Indeed. So, if you are an independent artist, a spoken word poet, or up and coming comedian looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you're a fan of great music, you too can go to blastmusic247.com, register as an unlimited fan, and have access to hundreds of independent music. So there's a QR code, scan it, and it will bring you to blastmusic247.com. Because we are changing the industry one artist at a time. All right.
I don't know how to feel because nobody got Thanos this time.
Actually, it was mostly me.
You got tattooed, but you didn't
I
get Thanos.
did. It was very white, so it blended in to my glow in the dark.
Here we go.
Why does it always have to be colors with you people?
You people.
What do you mean, you people? DRay?
That was your colonizer wake-up call. Brought
Now,
to you.
Now, Goob, I remember you're also an IT guy, right?
Yeah.
And I know Dizzy is, and Freak dibs and dabs. Here's something to ruffle your feathers.
Uh-oh.
To say,
Oh.
listen, you know he's calling the
I do
help
trust-
desk and complaining.
Of course. My curved monitor wasn't curved anymore, or whatever goofiness. Oh, but
I
it gets
tried to
worse.
curve it.
It gets worse. Here you go. It fits now.
That's what you have to do these days to fit it in, you know?
Oh my god.
Sometimes to fit it in, you need a power tool.
So you're saying that it's appropriate that if it doesn't fit, I can go ahead and saw the end off of it until it does?
I mean, yeah.
Does that seem like a way to deal
To be
with
honest
that?
with you. I think it's probably better airflow, better
Oh,
performance overall, you know?
Oh,
Explain
my
to us why you're single again.
God.
Kept shipping bits off. Then.
What kind of Jack the Ripper bullshit is that?
No, that's Jack the Snipper.
Jack the Snipper. Good one.
Wah, wah.
Good one. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's crazy. One more thing that I wanted to add to you guys. I actually had this last week. If they do an updated live version of DBZ, here's some great options of actors. How about Jackie Chan as Goku, Jet Li as Vegeta, which that I get that. Scarlett Johansson as Android 18, funny. How about Samuel Jackson as Piccolo? Wow. How about The Rock as Nappa?
I'm sitting here just looking at fucking John Cena as Raccoon.
Hold up, look at the bottom. Chris Rock as Frieza. Oh my goodness. Kevin Hart as Krillin. Oh my god.
Dog as Beerus. I'm sorry.
Wait, Johnny Depp is Android 17. What the hell?
Nothing else.
Hulk Hogan is Mr. Satan.
I'm sitting here. They didn't even name Leonardo DiCaprio. They just called him Titanic Boy.
Wait, what about Squid Game boss?
That is nuts.
I mean, like this.
I do think Hulk Hogan is perfect for Mr. Satan, though.
Did no one
Agreed.
See
Where's Majin
That
Buu?
is so.
Kim Jong-un?
Yeah. He's the dictator for South
Someone
Korea?
needs to tell
North
whoever
Korea.
made this.
North
Johnny
Korea.
Depp.
No,
Johnny,
North Korea.
As much as
North
I
Korea.
love my Johnny Depp, he does not look like that anymore.
Honestly,
Arnold
would he
Schwarzenegger.
ever though? What is that face?
That's a very, very young.
You know what? If you watch that's got some Crybaby. Like if you look at Crybaby or some early 21 Jump Street, he had that sort of that definitely that baby chisel thing going on. But not anymore.
I think Jet Li as Vegeta is nailed it.
No, look at
I'm
Ken.
sitting. Am I the only one here that thinks that the picture of Hulk Hogan with the hair and everything there looks more like Mel Gibson?
Yeah.
Oh,
From the
snap.
scene, where is he?
Yeah.
Okay, Hulk Hogan cannot be in a movie with that many black and green people.
I
True.
thought that was the
I'm
artist guy. What's his name?
You thought it was Bob Ross?
In fairness, I'm skimming all this, but I did not realize that was Hulk Hogan.
Oh, you talk about the painter? So if you do this for the trees.
Oh.
Today we're just going to
His mistakes,
we're just gonna
brother.
paint us a
Look
new
at those
logo.
clouds. They're so light and fluffy.
The light-
You know who played Piccolo in the actual one that they made, the live action they made? You know who played Piccolo?
I didn't actually see the live action because I
Neither
heard too
did
many
I.
people.
I didn't watch it. I just know
remember.
this. This is one of those facts that I know, and I don't know how I know. So Piccolo was actually played by James Marsters, who played Spike on Buffy.
Oh,
Hmm.
Hey,
Oh.
Beat,
Yes, sir.
Live action.
I need to rewatch that movie again, apparently.
I think everybody here should Google Piccolo Player's a Motherfucker by Robin Harris.
Oh, wow. That's a classic.
I just asked John if we had
Recipes.
seen the live action, and he immediately turned to me and goes, "No, it was ass." So,
That's why I never saw it because everyone dogged it. Dogged one.
Oh, it was such trash.
It was okay as
Trash.
an independent film. As soon as you try and say that was Dragon Ball Z, no, it's terrible. Without any of the IP attached, fantastic film.
So it got the Queen of
Unlike,
the Damned treatment.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, as long as you knew nothing about what that movie was supposed to be like, it was fine.
I hate that. You should just enjoy a movie for entertainment purposes and not get all, it didn't follow
Well,
the comic book genre.
Try to.
No, it wasn't
but
nothing about the genre. They
especially with that
literally
movie,
changed all the
a lot
characters
of
and the
things.
story points.
Mm-hmm.
They got
Yeah.
they got rid of who was supposed to be the big main character.
Well, I mean, given the fact of Aaliyah's untimely death, I think they had to kind of pivot it because it wasn't going to be the type of
No.
trilogy
So,
or
Aaliyah,
movie that
they
thought.
managed fine. Like the character Akasha,
Dang.
which is who Aaliyah played.
Mhm.
Akasha was done very well. It was done perfectly, and I think it was her brother that they brought in
Mhm.
to finish off her part.
Mm.
No, the problem was that so Maharat, the big redheaded main character, the big lady,
Mhm.
she was supposed to be one of identical twins. Her character is supposed to be two characters. Then there's this whole thing where they had this whole chunk of the movie devoted to how Marius created Lestat. Marius did not create Lestat. Magnus created Lestat, and he met Marius way, way later. And then you've got that weird dude who played Armand, but Armand is actually supposed to be like sort of like a child. He was like 14, 15 when he was turned. Which is why I was also weird with Antonio Banderas. Can you tell I know my fucking Vampire Chronicles?
I can tell that I probably should have watched this
I
movie.
can give
'cause
you
I
the
didn't
cliff
know.
notes.
Disney is on it.
Do we? Is
So-
there
About vampires is all you need to
The
know.
point is, they devoted a whole chunk of the movie to creating this scenario that never happened in any of it and changed a bunch of the characters. And then they just threw away half of the main character. And the reason Maharat hated Akasha and Enkel, who was her husband, her king, who didn't wake up, was because these two had basically destroyed the lives of these twins. They had torn the tongue out of one and the eyes out of the other, and then turned them into vampires and sent them to opposite ends of the earth so they would be separated forever.
Wow.
And they spent and this was back in like way olden times. So it's not like it was easy for these two. So they spent thousands of years, these twins, trying to find each other again. And they came together in the book and they killed Akasha, and then they became the queen of the dance. Like,
Wow.
that was like the
that's the
whole
name of the
point of
thing.
the book.
And they totally didn't do that. Got it.
No.
But they had Disturbed singing with Korn and all that awesomeness in the soundtrack.
I will admit that
And
is one
stuff.
of the best soundtracks ever created for a movie.
Kent thought you
That was
were
put into
talking
copyright
about
hell.
Dragon Ball Z.
I have never had more questions than I did right now.
I've never had more regrets.
What did you think this was a vampire Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know. I was so confused.
No, that's
Wow.
PG.
Oh, I'm only
But
not
you know,
confused
I'm
because
sorry.
we've had this conversation
I'm,
before.
I'm,
We've
you
talked
know
about
what?
Queen
I'm
of the
not
Damned a
gonna
few
be.
times.
I'm not gonna be ashamed of this because, like, that was one of my very first fandoms. Was the whole Vampire Chronicles. Like, it started when the movie came out, and then I started reading the books. And I started reading the books. Probably was like,
Vampire Chronicles.
I was
What
not
the
old
heck
enough to be.
do you know
I was
this?
not old enough to be reading those books, but I was.
Oh god, no.
And then I just kept reading them, all of them. It was like one of my very first fandoms that I got like totally geek obsessed about.
Like,
like,
no.
and that's what we're here to celebrate,
I didn't
right?
even realize there was both.
Sunlight, huh?
We're here to celebrate our geekiness, so I refuse to be ashamed.
Notice
I
her
feel
fandom
like-
that she really felt gravitated towards was white, really pale people who can't go outside. So,
Okay, as somebody allergic to blood, I feel attacked.
That's funny.
As opposed to black people, Veep, who have no choice but to go outside. You see?
Yep.
See what they do?
no, you
gotta
guys
do it.
rotate. You guys get to go out during the day.
What the heck
Go
do
out
you
at
mean?
night.
You
What
guys
the heck
can
do
go
you mean,
outside
you
whenever
guys?
you want as well.
You guys.
You just gotta cross the day.
I'm like, what? I can't go out at night. So I'm just stuck inside.
Actually, that's actually if you want to sort of like bring the conversation to that direction, I keep meaning to watch the Vampire Chronicles series, the Interview with the Vampire series, and I think it's really interesting that they have the character Louis de Pointe-de-Lac being played by a black man. I think that was really, really cool. I don't know how they explain it because Louis de Pointe-de-Lac owned a plantation and he had slaves.
Awkward.
If I'm
well,
correct, there were in
yeah.
history there were black slave owners, which
that is actually historically accurate.
even in
Well, then
Africa
that's-
there were actually tribal members giving away their people as slaves. So
Yeah. telling
Well,
them for weapons to us.
I haven't watched
Yeah.
it yet, but you know who they've got playing him is the guy that played Grey Worm from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
Reek. No, not
Ooh.
that's Grey Worm. No.
Yeah, Grey Worm. He was Daenerys'
Oh,
army
right.
of eunuchs.
Junkless.
Yeah.
Grey Worm
okay.
was the leader,
yeah.
and he fell in love with her handmaiden, and he was really angry when they tossed her off the wall.
Well, when they toss her and her head off the wall, but
Yeah,
Oh yeah, old Junkless.
but yeah, so it's Grey
Yeah, that
Worm
was
that they
messed up.
have.
Wait a minute. Goo, what did you call him again?
Old Junkless.
Oh, Junkless. Oh, jeez.
Oh, Lily Allen's brother, Alfie Allen.
I feel like if anyone in that series was going to be called Old Junkless, I would dub Viserys Old Junkless. All right,
Or Reek.
all right, because Grey Worm, you know what, Grey Worm did not need it. He was like a man, whereas Viserys could be Old Junkless. But the point is, the character that played Grey Worm, he plays Louis the Point Black in the Interview with the Vampire series.
So I wanted to ask you, Dizzy, in your opinion, what was the attraction or the big deal of the Interview with a Vampire when it was Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt?
When it first came out, it was Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
All right. Like, they made vampires sexy, okay? But I think people went and saw it because they had these two big major like movie stars.
Right.
Two of them in a genre which wasn't really popular at that time, right? Like up till then you had like your Nosferatu movies, and then of course you had your Dracula movie with Gary Oldman, and he did amazing. But when Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt stepped forward, they brought this whole sexiness, and I think it really sort of kickstarted that whole vampires are sexy revolution.
Therefore, we have Twilight.
That happened,
Gotcha.
which is why we know Twilight.
You know how major that was, V?
You blame Tom Cruise for Twilight?
They had how old was Kirsten Dunst? What, like 12, 13?
Yeah, she wasn't very old.
She had a kissing scene with one of them, and not one of them hollered R. Kelly.
That
So
part.
Yeah.
Claudia,
Pretty sure that's why I never bothered looking into it.
if you ever read the book, Claudia is a very disturbing character. But that kicked it off. So people went for the movie stars, but then they became obsessed with this sort of like this dark gothic romantic New Orleans vampires. People became obsessed with it. And like she already had a pretty good solid following with the books, but that's like when they like really it became obsessive. Like it became like Harry Potter. So freaking,
I don't recall seeing it.
Really?
No, I was saying to myself, I don't recall seeing it, but I remember there was a lot of hoopla about it. Because I just didn't care about vampire movies, so I didn't run to go see it.
hey, that was back then when black folks didn't go see vampire movies.
And then Blade came out.
Then it was a whole discussion.
And then Blade came out. Yeah. Maybe
I'm
we
sorry.
can do Daywalkers.
The first 10 minutes of Blade to this day is one of the best opening entrances on any movie I know of.
Blade is okay, but I'm gonna have to say I like Vampire in Brooklyn better.
Wait,
I feel like
wait a minute. Wait. Oh,
Eddie Murphy as
Blade
a
is okay,
vampire
okay.
was just so good.
I literally thought Disney was
Sounds
about to
good.
compare
You
a
can't
black
just say it's okay.
vampire to somebody else, and it was about to be all.
I
Say
have-
Blade is okay. I enjoyed
It was
Blade.
about
I
to
saw all
kinds
the
of
movies.
civil rights up in here tonight.
No, I saw all the Blade movies. I do really like them. But you guys ever see
Vampire.
Vampire
I've
in
seen Blade, but
Brooklyn?
have you seen Blade with privilege?
Blade with privilege? What?
Just answer my freaking question. Have you guys seen Vampire in Brooklyn?
Yes,
I did
Where
not.
Eddie
I did not.
Murphy played it.
I thought
That
it
was
was
an
stupid.
amazing movie.
I thought that was.
I have an
stupid,
Eddie
but
Murphy
okay.
as a
was
vampire.
so
I'm already sold, but
funny.
I've never.
And let me tell you how dumb that movie was to me. At the end of the movie, Dwayne Wade Veep from a different world, he becomes the vampire at the end. Like how have we evolved that Dwayne Wayne becomes a vampire at the end of the movie, and that's a happy ending.
I like my stupid vampire movies too. Like, what was the other? You ever seen Dracula 2000? That was the first place I ever started Gerard Butler. A lot of people don't remember that movie and realize that Gerard Butler played Dracula in Dracula 2000.
Really?
And
wow.
You get to see his full-on butt. There's a scene where he's having fun times with his lady friend, and he's using his Dracula powers. They actually end up on the ceiling, so the sheets fall down, and you just see his bare ass.
Hey, wait a minute!
So if you want to see Gerard Butler's ass, go check out Dracula 2000.
I got questions. Say that line again.
What I said that Dracula was having fun times with his lady friend?
Yeah, I need clarification.
All right.
Let's just say she was doing the sucking.
Yo.
The point is they're rolling around the sheets and then they floated up into the air and the sheets fell and you get Gerard Butler butt.
Gerard Butt?
Yeah.
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler.
You know a vampire movie I think you would like?
What?
Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer.
I saw that movie.
I wasn't talking to you.
I haven't seen it yet. It's on Disney apparently.
I don't think
it's on Disney.
You either.
Popped up on their own page earlier.
I feel an Emancipation Proclamation joke somewhere in there.
Not shots being shot. DRay, do you remember that low budget old school horror movie called Death by Temptation?
Of course, yeah.
Was that a vampire film?
No, but Blackula was.
Okay. Yeah, Blackula was, but Death by Temptation actually freaked me out as a kid because.
Did you say Blackula?
You know what vampire movie I'm really looking forward to?
Yeah, I did think that was actually a movie, but I wasn't sure.
Come out. Blackula came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
It was a
black
exploitation film.
It was basically Shaft as a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Have any of you guys seen the Sinners movie yet?
I did.
I really want to see it.
I haven't seen it.
It's good. It's good. I don't.
It looked like Dusk Till Dawn was done right.
All I'm gonna say is the movie comes out. A week later, a plantation burns down in Louisiana. Some other stuff starts catching on fire. I don't know. Next one, maybe.
3 have burned down now.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And
they're getting gone. So like no more white people weddings is what it means.
The running joke has been if there was one more song being played on Sinners, it would be a musical because they had there was probably 2 major songs and dancing and everything, but it was all legit. The music is good, acting is good, but I didn't know what to expect from it, but it was okay. I wanted to see it because of all the hubbub that everybody was making from it, but it wasn't bad. I liked it.
Sam had to point out in the trailer that the guy who plays Patty Main on the SAS Rogue Heroes series that we're really into, Patty Main is my favorite character, and he actually plays the bad guy in Sinners that you see on the commercial.
Okay, he's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
Now, big props to MJB.
Yeah.
Because not only did he, see, dyslexia kicked in. Anywho, the beauty of it is that he actually acted 3 different people in that movie instead of 2. They talk about the 2 where he plays a twin.
Yeah, he plays twins. There's a 3rd?
Yes. Nice. I won't spoil it since you didn't see it, so definitely check it out.
Yeah, I was going to go see it, and then I got sick.
Oh. What? Anywho.
They laugh at me when I get the COVID.
Got it.
That sucks.
She got the Rona.
So,
we about to land this plane. This was a lot of fun. I got to give you guys props. Great job.
It's amazing what we do with no script.
That part.
Is it your improv?
No, we had a little structure, kind of like holding water in your hand, but it was something. Anywho, EBTCH and GOOB, what do you guys have to say before we head out?
Actually, I have a thing. It's about to be
Yes.
Pride Month. We've got what, 2 more days till it starts. There is a Canadian Pride photo. Canadian. What the fuck is happening in my brain?
Nothing.
Words and numbers are hard.
I know. There is a Canadian crisis line for
Okay.
LGBTQ people.
Hey.
Hey.
It is 877-330-6366 and
Hey, 7.
I hate you because this is not the best year to be out. Yeah, that. And so if you're having trouble, you call the Canadian phone number instead of
That's right.
what you might find here.
That's right. The US one is down, correct?
If it's not down, it's a trap.
The present administration defunded it.
Wait.
And Canada decided that, hey, we'll just do an 800 number and you can call us, which I thought was a real boss move for
No
the
doubt.
Canadian
It
government.
was. And on top of that, though, I wouldn't really trust one here this year.
Indeed.
Yeah.
No.
They'll try to
Trust
deport you
Canadian.
somewhere.
Yeah, I'm right.
So Kent, next week, give me the number so I can have it up when you talk about it, all right?
I will do that.
Dizzy, what would you like to say before we head out?
Just that this has been awesome. I don't usually get to bust out my Anne Rice very often, so thank you for that. And I'm sorry I kind of took over, but everyone,
Oh no.
just enjoy whatever you're geeky about, even if people have no idea what you're talking about or why you feel so strongly about it. Just rock it. It's okay.
No doubt.
You do you.
Do you? I love it.
Hell yeah.
DRay, what would you like to say before we head out, bro?
Can't we all just get along?
Agreed.
Does everything have to be black and white?
Here we go.
That's all I got.
Okay. So, my man Freak, as a matter of fact, there were some videos I don't know if you saw last week. Did you see the show last week?
I saw most of it. I think a good bit of it. I saw the slander upon my good name. Yes.
I need
Unable to defend myself. Very
good name
stepped in.
again.
That was hilarious.
Slander.
Here's some videos of you, sir. There'll be none of that jumping over here. Here's the next one.
Fire in the hole.
That's my kind of bad day.
Indeed, and last one.
Fire in the hole. Go girl. Jump right here. Oh, no, Oscar, what are you doing? You suck at this. Yep.
I feel like they've just voice-overed me and Freak playing shit.
Right. Got to sue him for copyrights. So, Freak, what'd you like to say before we head out, bud?
Just that you should find the line, and then when you do, you hold the line. Hold the line.
Hold the line.
But is it always on time?
I thought he said light.
Line.
That's
line.
amazing. Line. Hold the line.
Over 9?
No.
Hold
That
the
sounds
line.
really, really SS of you.
Oh, jeez. So, guys, thank you so much
I did not see
for.
that coming.
That's what she said.
Oh, anywho,
Len,
thank you so much for
Len,
hanging out with us.
Len.
Make sure you bring a friend next week.
Sauerkrauts.
And when you do bring a friend, give them some loving.
I think that's gonna be my new Vegas name. They say, sir, what is your name as you're checking in? My name is Slender Sauerkraut.
Linda Sauerkraut.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe. We'll see y'all next week. Peace. Love y'all.